Good morning. So I wanted to start off this Monday, January 6th. So in Italy, it's Little Christmas. It's Befana, and it's a holiday here. So not yet starting the New Year, New Me, but I have been starting the New Year, New Me since a few days before New Year's. So I want to talk to you about sustainable habits on how we're going to show up for ourselves in this new year in order to get this new us. I'm neurospicy, I'm ADHD, and some of you may not be, and that's all okay. We're going to build habits and practices that will set us up for success, but they have to be realistic, right? So as an ADHDer, what happens to me is I will literally go gung-ho at something. I will start 150%. I will go out the gate running and I will go, 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 go. And then what happens is I burn myself out. And I burn myself out rather quickly. And it's such a bummer because I was really good. And so what I've been learning is that for me, I need to learn this thing called balance. At 55, yes, I'm still learning what balance looks like, right? Now, I'm not a makeup artist. I'm just getting ready with you so that I can talk with you, right? So what I've been learning to do is I learn to subtly add things into my repertoire. So, in last March, I started the red and the blue light therapy on my face. Now, I'm 55 and I've never had Botox, nothing. And you can see a difference in the face, right? And then I did that consistently. And then August, and when I say consistently, I did it every day. And then August, and I'm still doing it every day. And then in August, I started the Joe Dispenza morning meditation. And then from August until this day, I've only ever missed 2 days with the Joe Dispenza meditation. And then now let's just I'm doing the red and the blue light. Then I've added the Joe Dispenza meditation a few months later. And then after that, I invested in a sauna infrared bag. And with that sauna infrared bag, I've only missed 2 days since September 19th since I've gotten that sauna infrared bag. So now if we count that, that's habit stacking, right? We are literally, I know I do things fast because ADHD, I don't got time to think about it. So when I habit stack, then I dry brush before, I do the red and blue light, I do the sauna bag, and I do the meditation all in 30 minutes. That for me, I've been consistently now doing all 4 of those things since September. So we've got September, October, November, December, 4 months. I've been able to sustain it and only missing 2 times. Now, since then, I've added to that, because we're going to add subtly, right? I added the rebounder. I invested in a rebounder because I have a bad back and I had some autoimmunes that I put into remission. And I had been doing research that the rebounder helps drain the lymphatic system. So I just do that 3 minutes now before I go into the sauna bag. So now I got 5 things that I do within a 35-minute a 35-minute cycle every morning. I do not deviate. So what I've also been learning is it is so important for us to have non-negotiables. What is your non-negotiable? You should have 3 non-negotiables a day that you do not deviate from. It doesn't matter. I don't care if you're sick, you're this, whatever. My 3 non-negotiables are the meditation, the sauna bag, and the red and light therapy. If on one day I only have time to do one, it's probably going to be the meditation, because the meditation I've learned for myself has a really big impact on my day all day, on how I show up for myself. So the bonuses that I've learned, the bonuses that I've gotten from being able to show up consistently for myself is, without even trying, in the sauna bag, I was able to release 12 pounds in 2 months because it helped facilitate all of the inflammation going on in my body, right? It helped, if you can Google or chat GBT benefits of Sonobag, it stimulates the collagen. There's just so many benefits, right? Especially for someone with me who deals with chronic pain. Now, I should point out, I am somebody who deals with chronic pain. So all of these things that I'm doing are also helping to facilitate my chronic pain and for how I show up for myself, how I can keep moving every day without being in more pain. And sometimes when I'm tired, sometimes that morning routine is all I can do during the day. And what I've also been learning is I don't gaslight myself because of it. I don't gaslight myself going, oh my God, I can't believe you're not doing more today. I can't believe you're not doing blah, blah, blah. And then what I do is I go straight into the shower and then I get ready for the day. And then when I get ready for the day, I will go in and I will make some breakfast. And then I eat my breakfast, then I come in and I make content. So now what I'm looking to do is I am looking to change up the morning routine, to add more content, to understand why it is I'm not growing my numbers on social media, right? And it can be frustrating and it's disheartening and it makes you want to give up because you feel like no one's listening. And then I was comparing myself to everyone and everything. And what I'm learning is, in order for me to get out of all this anxiety, for all this frustration, all this gaslighting, is I have to go in and I have to keep building a healthy relationship with myself, about myself, for myself. And so what that looks like is that I was always in an environment where it's like productivity, you get up, capitalism, it's Wednesday morning at 10 o'clock. What do you mean you haven't already made, $200? And that plays throughout my head. So the reason why I, Dina, get ready every day, even if I'm not leaving the house or I don't do work, is I've noticed that for my neurospicy brain, it has a really big impact on my anxieties. So instead of trying to change that, because what goes through my head is, oh my God, I'm not ready. What if someone knocks on the door? Oh my God, I'm not ready. I feel so lazy. I feel like I look like a slob, all of these things. So it's just much easier for me to take 20 minutes to do my makeup, to get ready for the day, to feel good for the day, to show up for myself for the day so that I'm ready for anything, that I'm not making excuses of why I can't do something or meet someone or be somewhere because I'm not ready for the day. So that's what works for me. What works for you? What works for me is no matter what, rise or shine, lip gloss and mascara goes a long way. And throw a pair of hoops in there. So then with the new morning routine, so then I decide my workout, right? But now mind you, it's 10:30, and I generally will do all of this and be done with the whole morning routine because I work from home, and yes, it's a luxury. This whole thing, getting ready, filming content, eating breakfast, cleaning up the house in the morning for the day, or I do it the night before. All of it is maybe takes me an hour and a half. And so what I'm saying to you is, all of this is not unrealistic, meaning I can already hear some of you say, oh, well, I don't have that kind of time. I don't work from home. I have kids. I have other responsibilities. I get that. I have chronic pain. So what I'm doing is I'm building a routine for myself, for me. So remember in the beginning, I said, we're going to build something for you, what fits for you, what feels good for you, how you show up for you. So don't compare yourself to me, and I won't compare myself to you. The reason why my routine has to take me so long is I got chronic pain. And I have to move at the pace my body allows me to move. And sometimes that pace is slower depending on the day than other days. And then there are days, I will tell you, with my beautiful neurospicy brain, that I will overdo it. I get so excited and then I'll have so much energy. So then I'll do my morning routine, then I'll go walking for an hour, and then I'll do yoga. And then for 3 or 4 or 5 days, I'm done. I'm crashed. I cannot move. My body cannot move. And that's a bummer because I know better. I know better for myself, about myself, with myself, right? So again, the daily routine. It all depends on what you want to accomplish for you, how you want to show up for you, how you talk to you. So before, I used to talk to myself in a way where it was just not nice. What are you going to do today? You're such a loser. Oh my God. You only have 2 sessions today. That's only working 2 hours a day. Instead of being like, girl, queen, you only got to work 2 hours today. What are you going to do with the rest of your day? I used to sit around and literally in a fetal position, I would literally get paralysis, ADHD paralysis. I would gaslight myself to no end because for me, my value was based on my productivity and my income, on how much money I was able to bring in or not bring in. And what I've had to learn is that isn't the way it's supposed to be, right? Life is not about that. We were just raised like that. I was raised in the States. I now live in Italy. So at 55, I'm learning. I've read so many books. I read this really good book on, it's called How to Do Nothing, Escaping Capitalism. And then there's one book is that You're Not Lazy that I'm listening to now. And it's from Devon Price, the same lady who wrote Unmasking Autism, which I'm getting so much out of this book. And it's helping confirm that I'm not all those things I keep saying that I am. Look, I'm sure you all have your own way of doing your makeup, but this is my easy way of doing it. So what I also do every day is when I walk, I listen to self-help books. There's this app, it's called Libby, and it's a library book app, and you can rent audiobooks on there too for free. And the reason why I like Libby is because it only gives you 21 days. So you have 21 days to read that book, listen to that book. And so then it kind of forces you, instead of knowing that you always have it in your Audible, this one will force you to do it in 21 days. So I do that. Sometimes I will take notes from the books that I listen to. And then what I do is I add in all of the nuggets into my daily calendar so that daily I will remind myself of what I've learned or how I want to change my thinking or my mindset. And so then I have it as a reminder, not every day. I do certain ones once a week because what I notice with my ADHD brain is object permanence. If it was ringing on my phone too much, then I wouldn't even look at it and it's a waste of time, right? And so then now I'm adding learning more Italian into my repertoire because I do live in Italy and that's probably important for me to get better with my Italian. And I know myself, I get so distracted. So I'm not going to be unrealistic. I'm not going to make myself study Italian an hour every day. My limit, 30 minutes. And so that's what I do. And so now I'm adding Italian to the routine in the morning, right? And then I will subtly add new things. So I came up with this really great idea is that I'm going to get a jar, and on this jar, I'm going to write on pieces of paper of all the things I need to do, I've been meaning to do. So whether it's sweep a certain balcony that I've been avoiding, or scrub certain things, or clean out a specific closet, just stuff I've been avoiding. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put all that, and then once a week in that jar, I'm going to pull out of that jar the thing that I'm going to do. And it's a non-negotiable. I'm not going to negotiate with myself about doing it, try to pick something else. I'm making a commitment to myself that I will show up for myself and do those things. And then once those things are finished, I will celebrate myself for accomplishing them, right? And I will then wait until the jar's finished because I like that feeling of accomplishment, watching it be empty. I don't want to just add stuff as I'm going, so it never feels like I'm accomplishing something. And so then what I also want to add into it for you is you got to go at your own pace. We got to do all of this at our own pace, in the sense is that I can't go as fast as you. You may go faster than me. You may be somebody who just wants to speed through, run down the checklist, and that's amazing for you. But remember, we're all different. What works for you may not work for me. And that's only because of my body works different than your body, right? And if my body works different than your body and my mind works different than your mind, so then why are we gaslighting ourselves? Why are we gaslighting ourselves about comparing ourselves to other people. If we're learning that what works for you doesn't work for me, why do I keep comparing myself to you? That doesn't make sense, right? I mean, if we're thinking about it, I'm going to start learning what works for me, how to show up for me, and what that looks like for me, and speaking up for me. So the reason why I'm having this conversation is I think that if you come back, yes, I said come back, give me a like and a subscribe and a follow, come back and we'll have these conversations where I can help you and me at the same time. We can shift our mindsets together and we can see where it is we want to go and what it is we want to accomplish and how it is we're going to do that. So my goal, and I'm going to say it here, is I have never allowed myself to be the weight that I always say I want to be. So I only have 10 more pounds to release. And I've been willy-nilly about that, right? So I want to really, really focus on my health, my internal health, my chronic pain, and putting everything into remission. And so that means I got to get more serious about my routine, but there has got to be a balance. So what I'm going to do is, the goal is by April 13th, my birthday, I want to be the weight goal that I've always wanted to be. And I will get there. And I know you're going to think I'm weird for doing this, but I do the highlighter before the blush. Tell me that I'm not crazy. I don't know, but I am. So what I want to do is I want to be a specific weight. I want to be in a specific mindset. I want specific numbers on my social media. I want my social media to grow. I want to have at least 5,000 new YouTube followers by April. I think that could be possible. And I want to start learning about myself on social media, how to show up for myself, how to do things the right way, how to grow, instead of gaslighting myself and going, why does everybody else have more followers? Or why is everybody else getting all of this? You know what? I can't keep looking outward and comparing myself. I've got to look inward and go, you know what? What is it that I could be doing? Not what is it that they're doing and I'm not, right? And so, because I don't like to compare myself to other people, because it doesn't make me feel good about myself, for myself. So if we're going to do this together and we're going to show up in different ways than we ever have, we have to do things differently than we ever have, right? We have to talk to ourselves differently. We have to learn to show up for ourselves in different ways. We have to learn to not gaslight ourselves. You totally get where I'm going with that, right? So if you're up for it and you want to follow along the way, write in the comments below about what it is that you want to change for you, about you, with you, and how you want to grow in 2025, how we're all going to thrive in 2025. And, oh, I forgot the underwater liner, because I like this, but I did it before the mascara because I was talking. But look, this makeup did not even take me 20 minutes. I'm not looking to be a supermodel, because God knows at 55, I don't even think the supermodels still exist anymore, right? We're all just models. I'm my own model. You're your own model. So again, thank you for listening and staying and having this conversation with me, because I think it's really important that we open dialogue so that we all understand that there is no right or wrong way to do things. There is, though, a right and wrong way to do things for you. You have to show up for you, figuring out what you like, how you succeed, what will help you stay the course, what will help you show up for you. And so with that being said, like, I'm all ready for the day. That didn't take long, right? So with that being said, I would love for you to come back tomorrow and the next day and the next day, and let's just keep showing up with each other, and let's build a community that supports who it is we want to be and where it is we want to go, and we lift each other up, but we're all going to do it with subtle changes to get profound impacts. And if you were at all interested in an intuitive session or an intuitive coaching session, you could always DM me for more information. Ciao for now.